Welcome back to another reaction for Snowball Earth Episode 2.
私には罪がある。
待て待てだから
So, yep. We launched into space, we tried to defeat the monsters, we got flung back. And now we are on planet Earth, which is a snowball. So let's see how what this show is really about. Because the first show feels like that is not what we are going to go on. Bunch of ruins.
命をかけてユキオは帰ってきたら何もかも凍ってるって。静岡だけ氷河期が来たのかもしれない。
Yeah, sure. In an ice age. Ice age. You know, ice age. Long time, lots of ice. You know, ice is a temperature. It doesn't go from 0 to 100. It goes gradually. So if it's cold here, surrounding area still cold. Surrounding area of that still cold. Then it gets a little bit warmer, but still cold. You know?
日本とか世界は大丈夫なはず。大気圏突入時のログにはきっと青い地球が真っ白だ。
Yeah, it's very blue.
あるのか。地球を離れていたとはいえ。
Yeah, 10 years. I don't know. I don't know what happened. My assumption would be nuclear explosions and then man-made winter.
せいぜい10年で
Man-made ice age.
その間に地球ごと凍ったのか。なんで氷河期で文明とかも滅んだ。エルでもあれてか友達作るって約束したのに。
I mean, you can make friends with ice snowflakes, I guess.
人は
Flashback.
おい、あれ、アブサムじゃね？
珍しいな。
Right.
G の練習してんぞ。
ああ、そっか。救世主は学校通ってねえから。
俺も学校行かずに世界守りてえ。
でもさ、今 G の練習って
な、普通じゃねえよな。
いいじゃん。あ、そうだ、この後遊びに行って。
やめよう。もう
哲夫、お前が大事だよ、哲夫。ほら、お前は。
You had a re-entry log. You don't have any log. What happened in the 10 years you were asleep? Also crazy that you get hungry now after 10 years.
携帯食料やらなんやらが後ろに入っていたはず。
哲夫、
ユキオ、
私の夢は機械油なんかじゃないです。
映像ログ。ユキオが死んだ時の。
私の夢は地球に帰った後、哲夫が日常に戻ってただ幸せな人生を送ること。たくさん友達を作って。目標はブレない。ブレてない。友達を作る。秘訣は何百と読んだこの本にロンリーの本にロンリー岩木先生。出会う人とこのポットを拠点に生き残ってるかもしれない人を探す。
Okay.
雪ものすごい積もってるな。人の生活の気
That was quick.
配はない。人いるいるよ。人
Is it a puppet or something?
おっとあいた
Okay.
投資していたとは簡
So it has to be really cold?
単に言われるくらい芯まで凍って死ぬ時は一人じゃなかったならいいな。
Doesn't oil freeze?
こっちは生きてた。
Okay, so
動いた。
whatever.
ショベルはこっちのレバーで操作するのか。楽しい。ショベルか。これ初めてこういうの乗ったけどめちゃくちゃ便利。てか氷河時代の必需品だこれ。ひょー。あ、でかいやな。なんじゃこれ怖っ。そんなことより人間の住処を。地下？そうだそうだよ、きっと地下ならここより暖かいし、暖かければ食べ物だって。この下でたくさんの人が暮らしているに違いない。まずは呼びかけて入れてもらって。だこらん。無理だ。不特定多数の初対面の人間に大声を発するなんてできない。こんな俺と誰が友達になってくれる。もはや犬とか猫でも。
So these things survived. Okay. So that is why everything is destroyed, I guess? Okay. 銀河怪獣倒せ。いや武装の一つもないこのミニショベルじゃ無理。とにかく距離を取って。Okay, well, I guess you're dead.
穴がここにも。
How did you survive landing on ice? I thought maybe they have like snow here and it's like, oh yeah, we landed on soft snow. But no, you landed on ice. Ice is not soft.
知った地球だ。ただいま。
私の夢は地球に帰った後。
地球には帰ってきたぞ。
How do you plan to on defeating this guy? With an excavator? Mini excavator.
ここからだよな。雪を。死ねねー。こっちの装備は相手の狙いは何が不足しててどうすれば埋まる。リアルタイムで条件更新。 まずは装備。こっちにあるのはミニショベルだけ。相手の狙いは俺を食うこと。
Oh, right. We do have these sharp bits and pieces on the excavator. So maybe we stab it? Sure.
攻撃は直線的。防げる。けど反撃する手段が。大丈夫。やることは何も変わらない。その場にあるものを全部使ってこちらの勝利を組み立てろ。
I mean, the only difference is that before you had like a giant robot instead of a mini excavator. I'm assuming the excavator is not a child excavator, but just a small version. Still, it's not going to be that strong, is it? Now we have a real weapon.
武装がないなら作ればいい。
お前が大事だよ鉄を。
Did you just jump?
お前が大事だよ鉄を。ほらお前は怪獣を殺せるから。
It's crazy that he's the only one that can. You have a whole planet full of people. He's the only one.
即席ショベルアームランサ
ー Can you eat that? Is my question. And I'm also assuming this is a girl.
Wow!
ひゅー解体家のボンクラども腰抜かすぞこれ。
ついてるね。
Mm-hmm. Did you? No questions about how this thing died, ever?
じゃあ
At
ま
all?
あ乃木課長胴上げでもしますか。
なんで？どんとこい。
Oh, she's a sheaf? Or...
課長！
Oh, she's a sheaf. Okay.
じゃあ
Hey? Don't follow the handbook. Don't follow handbook. Oh, come on.
ああ、ユキオよかった、生き残ってるぞ。
I mean, no, none of these had like the question how this thing died. It's still bleeding.
人間は
Are you using her as a shield? Really?
臨氷等社会人列戦
What are these called? Mantras? Right?
消えろ悪霊。
落ち着けバカども。わけ持つな。わけ持つな。 どう見ても生きてる人間でしょが。
It didn't stop you from getting into a fight position, right?
うわー、人間だ。友達にならないと。なんだっけ、出会うの次にやるべきこと。確か
You tell a joke, you laugh, and I don't remember.
笑顔でなんかするんだよな。なんだっけ、急げ。とりあえず笑顔。
Would have been nice if you trained in smiling.
怪しい。
怪しいぞこいつ。
怪しい顔。
りょほっとしたら雪。
哲夫、また客観性の薄いハウツー本ですか？
うるさい雪男、今度のはすごいんだ。友達100万人と噂される。
The clue is in the name. Named Lonely Iwaki. This is how you are not going to be lonely anymore. By Lonely Iwaki. It's like you writing a book about friends.
ロンリー・イワキって人が書いた本だって。
His name is Lonely.
でもこれもう2校目で俺には無理だ。怖い、やったことがない。初対面の人にこんなこと。ユキオに乗ってない時の俺なんて誰も興味ないに決まってる。
That is a problem?
そうだ、次は名乗る。
I see you are already in handcuffs.
ここは
and in prison.
そうだ、氷結、怪獣の巣穴って人生きてた。彼らはどこに。おい、
So you can eat it. Okay. And it's not the first time they are doing this, right? It feels like they are too well organized. So maybe these kaiju are now essentially part of the ecosystem that can be hunted, and they then, I mean, it's a lot of meat. So it would, and it seems like there's not a lot of waste. If you look in the cut, you have the whole, you have one supporting bone, and the rest is meat. So you could maybe hunt them like we did mammoths. Push them towards a cliff, let them fall down, maybe break their stuff, maybe impale them. And then you have a bunch of meat. But yeah, they seem very well trained in disassembling big creatures.
いっぱい人いる。そして何かやってる？なんで？いや、今はなってもらわないと。友達縛られてる？何？とりあえず抜けよう。雪を操縦の G で
Excuse me? That sounds... So dislocating is if you pop out your shoulder. So what happens with all the sinew and the muscles and stuff? Because if you try to rotate your arms 180 degrees, wouldn't those be in the wrong position?
何度も脱臼してたからな。思わぬとこで経験が生きたぞ。
Because it would be fine if putting your arms backward was on the same direction, right? But it's not. So, I don't know. I feel like all the sinew and stuff would be entangled.
いやー肉皮骨
On the other hand, even if you have your hands behind your back, it doesn't really stop you from moving.
丸々一
So doing this didn't really do much.
体分独占大手柄じゃないか青ちゃんモールのみんな大歓喜だぞ
ありがとね西村会
You did essentially steal the carcass from our boys, though. So you are essentially stealing. It's not really yours.
大班長手柄は欲しいところなんだけどね
分かってる発見者については適当にごまかして報告しとくさまた任務外の採掘なんだろう
助かるわ
要の君が夜な夜なモールを抜け出して怪獣の巣を探索してるなんて村のご老体連中が知ったら腰を抜かす
This is the kaiju layer. I feel like it's dangerous to be here then.
ぞ
ほっといたらいいよ私は私のやりたいことをやるやられっぱなしじゃ終われないでしょ
So they reproduce. Okay. What is this? A bunch of snowballs being dropped?
あの日一人で泣いてた子
ああ子供扱い今や私は部下もいるできる大人でもう何がだよ
縛って寝かせたやつが逃げ出してます
え
中まだぬくいな
なあ、油余ってないかランプ切れそうだ
ちょっと待ってな
I would say there's a lot of fat in here you could use. And I feel like he did exactly do that. He just grabbed some fat, put it in, and there you go.
ほれ
ノリ
Doesn't look like it's giving you a lot of light, but fair enough.
そうか真っ白のこの凍った地球でこの人たちはこうやって怪獣をも資源にして生き延びてきたのか
How did you get rid of your of the rope?
すごいなユキオすごい人たちだな
That's cute.
つらら走って飛び込んでいや間に合わない使えるものは長物雪を操る時のようにロボ一刀流
I feel like people should have. I mean, he's in the middle of the way. People should have seen that there was a bicycle dropping.
おい大丈夫かだから言ったろうこのバカモンがつららの下には近づくなって
Okay, at least we are not going to be like, oh, you attacked him.
あんなに何度も言ったよなほどほどになおやっさありがとな兄ちゃんこの人こないだ奥さん亡くしたばっかだよあれてか兄ちゃん誰だ
Are those twins?
確かにモールで見たことねえな。どこのかだ、もっと前に見たような気も。
それは俺
I mean, he is probably going to be like, I let him go. He rescued my boy. And the other group that imprisoned him essentially are probably going to be like, oh yeah, he's in our team. Because most likely because they don't want to be interrogated or stuff like that.
なんだ怪しいのか。言えないことがあるんだな。さては人には人の事情があろうが、恩人であることには変わりねえだろう。どこの誰だろうが関係ねえよ。滝村だ。息子はジョージ。本当にありがとな。
鉄夫です。
よし、鉄夫。
It took 2 episodes to get to step 2. Or essentially step 3.
待ってろ。礼にこっそり特上部位を包んでやる。おお、西村班長にバレたらどやされますぜ。バカ野郎、お前らも共犯だ。
いましたね、あんなところに。乃木課長、とっ捕まえなくていいんですか。
野暮ね、古町。私たちがすべきはモールの脅威への対応。後で事情を聞けばいいでしょう。さあ、私たちも手伝って。
Okay, it's still kaiju layer, so this doesn't look like a kaiju. Hey, you can get the rest. You take the rest. We don't want it. We are just going to take what we have and leave. I mean, are 10 years enough? But it does make sense for the kaiju to develop some, more or less some predator for them.
怪獣。
怪獣だ。でも
Very
なんで
different.
骨格から俺が倒してきた銀河怪獣とは違う。
So this is the one that evolved on Earth, I guess. Kaiju that evolved on Earth and is more human-like. Okay. Potentially eating the intergalactic kaiju. I do wonder what the intergalactic kaiju eat. Because humanity seems to be driven to extinction, underground stuff. There's not that much going around anymore, right?